like disagree with the poem, um, because I see some choice words in the poem. And she's a very religious person, and I consider myself a religious person also. But the problem is that when I was out in those streets, I was a crack addict, I was a lot of things, okay? And I talked a certain way and I did certain things. And if I was gonna be truthful to myself, my wife wants me to, in her, to put on a pair of camouflage uniforms and walk through this earth like everything is okay. And we will be invisible to them. And they wouldn't know my pain. And I just can't do that. I can't lie to myself. If I'm going to tell you my story, I'm going to tell you the good, bad, and ugly. Okay? And with the language that I use. God was with me then.
Come on.
And He's with me now. He never gave up on me, because if He would have gave up on me, I wouldn't be here. And my wife, if my wife wouldn't have gave up on me, I wouldn't be here, because she saved my life. You can't imagine what I did to her. Most of my friends that went through the same things that I went through, one, are not here, or they here, but their wives ain't with them. Because that's a journey. That's a hell of a ride. And unless you've been there, you just listen to some words from me. And the poem that I'm going to recite, I wish I had my tablet, but I can't get on the internet. So I'm going to try to do it off my phone. And it's and this poem is a summary of my life. Good, bad, and ugly. It's a summary of my life. And it's called, If the Lord Has Not Protected Me, Where Will I Be? You know, I want you to pray for me. I need your help. I need your forgiveness. Because I've been dealing with healing my invisible scars most of my life, in secret, alone in the darkness, running away from the stigma that I surely have earned. I want to have a conversation with you that only I had with a chosen few. My psychiatrist, my psychologist, and my Vietnam veterans groups, most of my adult life. I've been ashamed of me for the foul deeds that I have committed against you in me. After many years and much pain, I want you to see the real me. I want to walk this earth as a free man with camouflage of fear. Let us get started. I want to flip the script. The end is my beginning. How many times that people stood before the Lord to confess their sins and give their life to Christ. I don't know. I don't know their stories. But my story is of death, burial, and my resurrection. We was poor. My father wasted half of our dimes on colorful miniskirts. My mother took refuge in the church. 4 children came along for that turbulent ride. I was the first to get out of that dark Leave It to Beaver episode. A high school diploma at 17. My father asked me what I was going to do with my life because he had no money for college. The Army recruiter said, "Gee, I'm here. Get your free education here." Bingo. I ran into the Army's open arms. At 18, found me in Vietnam with an airborne patch on my left breast. A scared kid baptized under fire. Things we do to stay alive. Inhumanity against humanity. I walked home. I had a target on my chest. The VC tried but couldn't kill me. Agent Orange was my country gift to me. I came home to the United States contaminated with blood on my hands. I couldn't wash clean. 20 years later, I found I had PTSD. That's crazy with their excuse. My best friend was a white bitch. I gave her every dime I had. She fucked me so good. She made me suck her dick. A tragic relationship. I was lost in a tomorrow's nightmare. Tomorrow never came. Someone said a prayer for me. I wish I knew who. God parachuted me into a sterile environment. I divorced a white bitch. It wasn't easy. It was tough. In fact, it was the toughest thing I ever did. But I feel like Hercules breaking that chain to the cartel. That was the easy part. I had no idea that shit would get worse. I quit. I retired my pipe. I gave up the ghost. Where's my memory? I wanted to step back into my universe. I could not. My past put me in slow motion. Mending broken relationships was the hard part. My loved ones drove me to the ground. How many times can I say I'm sorry? Hesitation, negativity told me the same thing, that I was excluded from the clan, the black sheep. His death rescued me. I mourn his loss. I hear his mother cry every day. Have you actually listened to a mother's cry? My mother was alive. No way Jose could I rip off her heart. I loved her too much. My mother never saw good in me, but she pushed me to shake hands with presidents and to walk down the other political aisle. I was not just a spook sitting by the door. I was in the blue room, baby. Looking back over my life, there is no second guessing here. It is what it is. The world will read my great tragedy to learn and understand my honesty. Thank you.